Hey guys, good day. In this video, we are going to create a multi-level navigation menu in our system. So we are going to update our current design and then add sub-menus inside of the main menu. So we are going to create like this one. So we have the main link, and then below are the sublinks. So as you can see here, I added a sample um, design. So we have the main navigation, so the add user. So instead of add user, we're going to change it to user management. So all the actions or pages related to users, we are going to put it under or inside this menu. So it will be a sub menus of this menu. So before we do that, let's just update some stylings in our app. So here, as you can see, I'm in 100%. I'd like to make the menu smaller. So here in our files, so this one is the sidebar. So let's just delete this one, and then let's add another menu, which will be about product handling. So let's do product management. So as you can see here, if we refresh, it is reflected. So in our previous video, we have added a new tables in our database. So we have the products, the suppliers, users. So let's just make this one a priority. This product management, and then below is the user. Well, actually we have suppliers, so we can add a menu for handling suppliers. So if we refresh, so let's just update this one. This will be the supplier management, and then also here user management. So now we have these different management or menu. So this means any page or feature like adding a product is going to be a child of this main menu, and that is where we store all the different features. So create product list of products, same with the supplier, and then the user management. So currently let's just update the font size of this, so it's bigger and we want it to be smaller. So let's just open the elements, and then this one, select, and then here font size, we'll check this one to so let's do 14. px. So let's just grab that selector and then CSS, we have the login, and then let's search for the style, then update. Let's refresh. It's not working. Let's hard refresh. So as you can see, it's now reflected. Then also let's update the icon size. So instead of so this is the width, the font size of the icon, let's do 23px. Let's refresh. The next is so let's just close this one. I think it is now looking good. So now let's add, so currently since we have the features for the users, so we have the create user, we can view, edit and delete users. Now we can, let's just work first on adding a sub menu for the user management. So if you can see here, we lost the active class, so it should turn green, or this one should be turned into pink background if it's the menu that we selected, but currently it is not showing. So if we go to our script.js, I think it's in the index.php. Let's see if we have that JavaScript to set the active class on the selected or the visited page. I think we haven't have that one yet. So anyways, let's just continue with the adding of the sub menu or implementing a multi-level menu in our system. So inside the user management, we can, for now, let's just remove these links. So the product, since we have not created these pages yet. So the user management, let's add a UL, so list of sub menus, and then we can name or give it a class of sub menus. So the same thing, it's a link, and then here we can create an icon if a circle. So as you can see here, it is reflected, but we need to add text. So view users. So once I click on the view users, I'll be able to view, or the system will show us the list of the users. So currently it's not working. Here can view users.php. So we haven't created this page yet, so let's just go back. So for now, let's just remove this one. Instead, we'll add a new. So actually, we should add a list inside, since it should be a list. Then here we'll add a new submenu, which is add user. So if we refresh, we have add users and then the view users. So let's make or update stylings. So currently, so by default it should be hidden, and then once the user click on the main menu it will be shown. So here if we select so as you can see, we have this padding between the sub menus. So if you set the background green, as you can see, we have this padding. So we'll just remove this padding. Let's grab this element. So in our login.css, let's remove the padding on the right and left. So as you can see here, it now taking up the whole space. So in this A, we are going to add the padding. So 15px 0px 0px 15px. So as you can see here, we have the padding between the menu. So if we refresh, it should reflect. So now in this one, let's give, so once the user click in the menu, so it will be shown. So let's just add a padding. Let's add a padding on this element, the top and the bottom, and then also so actually let's just update this one. let's give a class, and this should not affect the style. So if I'm going to set a class li main menu, so as you can see here, we should not have the padding, the bottom and the top of this sub menu, but since because of this selector, it will also affect this sub menu. So let's target update the CSS, and then let's add the class name. So as you can see, we remove the padding in our sub menu. So now let's add a padding left, so it will have some indentation. We'll add the indentation for the sub menu, then also let's update the font size to 12. For that, let's be padding tab 10 px. And then after that one, we need to update the text transform to none, so it won't be in capital letters. So now once we update our style, so let's just give this one a class. This is the link. So here let's just select that elements, then just copy and paste, then refresh. As you can see, but the margin or the padding left is not reflecting, so let's just add important, so that will override the first style that we set. Then the font size, this circle, let's just make this one open, so it looks like this. And then we will set the font size smaller, 16 px. Let's just make it 17 px, but here in our login.css, do A and then select the icon, and then font size is 17, 16px. Again, let's do the important. Let's add the keyword important so it will override the previous style. So now let's change, I guess, so once you hover it will be shown. Let's just set the background of these, so I think we can make it like this one. So UL submenus, set the background to that one. But let's make it darker. So as you can see here, then I think we need to remove the padding on the bottom. So padding top 15px. And then let's add the padding here on the A tag. Okay, so now as you can see here, I think I'll just add font size. Another one, this one, submenu link, font size. Like that one, 15px. Fresh. So as you can see here, view users, the add users. Then let's just remove or decrease the padding of these icons. So here, so it's the width. So as you can see here, this is the icon. Let's just remove the width to 16px. So now it's looking good. So now let's add a icon here that shows there is a sub menu inside this main menu. So an arrow down or arrow up icon, let's add in this main menu so the user will know that there is a a sub menu inside that main menu. So let's add that one, user management. Let's add an arrow icon. So here in our user management, let's just move that one. Then let's just copy. First, we have now the icon, but it should be arrow up. I think it's angle. So once the user see that there's an arrow, that means there is a sub menu inside this menu. Then let's update this one. Let's float to right. As you can see here, we can increase the position to the rightmost. However, there is a padding. So inside this one, there's a padding which we can decrease. So padding left. So it should be right, padding right. So let's remove the padding. Let's go to our login and remove or add the padding right, set to 0, and then also the icon, let's be class tab. Main menu icon arrow. So here let's refresh. As you can see, it is now on the rightmost part of the sidebar. And of course, let's remove the font size, make it smaller. 19 px. Refresh that one. So once we here it should be angle down. Then once we yeah, it's down, and then by default it is set to down. Let's just add the make it center, magenta, here, as you can see, it looks like in the center of the div. So now so by default it will be arrow down. So actually let's just, instead of the arrow down, so it's not confusing, let's do the arrow right, not left. Then once we click on that one, so it will show this sub menu, and then we'll make the icon to be arrow down. So right now it's looking good. Let's just add some JavaScript. So if we refresh, we should not see this sub menu. Here we can target the sub menus, and then in our CSS set the display to none. So now, as you can see, it is removed. If I click, it should open the sub menu. So here in our sidebar, if user clicks on this, so it's either not either, but should be this link. Once the user click on it, it will open the sub menus if there is, and then set the active class, so it will look like this, and then we set the arrow, change the arrow to down.